Our topic of choice today is the mathematical concept of fractions. We'll be looking at comparing fractions. First, let's review fractions. A fraction represents a part of a whole or a set or a select number of equal parts that you've selected out of a particular whole. Right now, you can add, subtract, multiply, divide, and even compare fractions. And you can arrange them too based on order. Now, it is very important for us to understand that different fractions have different values. We need to understand which ones are larger and which ones are smaller and which ones are equal. This is the Learning Academy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, when the denominator, which is the lower number in the fraction, increases, our fractions get smaller. Now, the denominator is the number below the fractional bar, while the numerator is the number above the fractional bar. So we have the case where we have same numerators and different denominators. So you have to look at your fraction and compare your denominators in this case. Whichever denominator is the largest, that particular fraction now is the smallest fraction. So 2 over 9 in comparison to 2 over 7, 2 over 7 is the largest fraction, while 2 over 9 is the smallest fraction. Next, we have different numerators and same denominators. In this case, right, the rule that we use when you're comparing is that the greatest or the largest numerator represents the largest fraction. So, if we had 8 over 9 in comparison to 3 over 9, then 3 over 9 is the smallest fraction and 8 over 9 is the largest fraction. And if you were to do a drawing and do your division of this particular object into equal parts, then you would basically shade the amount of parts that is represented as the denominator, and then you would see perfectly that the number 8 over 9 represents the largest fraction. We have the next case where you have different numerators and different denominators. Now, this is a little challenging, but you have to change the denominators to a common number. So it's a concept that you would have learned from doing equivalent fractions, right? So in this case, you find a number that you can multiply the numerator by and the denominator by for both fractions that will give you a similar denominator, right? And when you do this multiplication, then you will see you're now on equal grounds, and then you will basically see which fraction is now the largest fraction by looking at which numerator now is the largest numerator. The numerator that is the largest now becomes the largest fraction. So take an example, right? If we had 3 over 4 and then we had another fraction 5 over 6, so if we decided to pick a number to multiply it by, and we were to use 3 to multiply the 3 over 4, we would get 9 over 12. And then if we had the number 5 over 6 and we multiply it by 2 because we were trying to find a common denominator, we would get 10 over 12. So basically what becomes